And hello everyone, and welcome to the lovely city of Worcester here in Massachusetts as the Worcester Bravehearts face off against the Nashua Silver Knights. And welcome to the Futures League for the first time in a while for NESN, as my name's Jason Wilson, alongside me is JP Ricciardi. Ricciardi, what are we looking for?
Well, I'm excited to be here because I'm a big fan of the Futures League, and I know a lot of good players have come out of this league, and I'm excited to see what the talent looks like tonight.
And let me tell you, the talent is across the board as the Bravehearts currently lead 31-11 in first place in the Futures League out of the 6 teams, and Nashua third within the Futures League with a record of 22-21 out of the 6 squads, starting from Vermont all the way down to Connecticut. Overall, a fantastic league with a whole lot of power, and we're already halfway through the season, JP.
Well, you're to the point now where guys are getting a little tired. They want to finish the season. You want to finish on a high note. So you're starting to turn the corner and head to the home stretch, and tonight will be a big game.
And these teams come with a lot of big squads, and one of the big squads comes with a big player, and that is the Worcester Bravehearts, starting off Jackson Marshall, the first baseman. JP?
Well, what I like about this league is you could play well here and have an opportunity to go somewhere else, and he's done that. He's going to go to UConn. Big guy with a lot of power, so it'll be exciting to watch him swing the bat tonight.
6'8", 260, just transferred to UConn. He's going to be some powerhouse for them for sure. And on the other end for the Nashua Silver Knights is Joey Current, JP.
Well, a catcher hitting close to 300 with a little bit of power. Anytime you got a catcher who can swing the bat, you got a pretty good player. So 2 guys I'm looking forward to watching.
3 home runs on the season for him, and we're sure to see that power come out tonight, especially in the bright lights of NESN. And that about does it for us as we head towards the break. My name is Jason Wilson, alongside me is JP Ricciardi. We'll be back in a few. Welcome back, everyone, to NESN as we take you to the FCBL here in Worcester for NESN as the Worcester Bravehearts face off against the Nashua Silver Knights here on NESN. My name is Jason Wilson, alongside me is JP Ricciardi. JP, right now we have Nashua lining up for the offense. Nashua brought to you by the Alex Cameo Photography. Starting off for them, Ernie Little, batting second, Patrick Shrake, Matt Jackson, Jake Hardy, Joey Current, Joseph Zork, Will Burns, Dave York, and finally Cole Patterson. An overall fantastic lineup for the Silver Knights heading into this one. JP, what are we looking at?
Well, I think you got a team in first place who's trying to keep their distance from anybody catching up to them at this point. You know, you're at a point in the season where you could see the finish line, but you're not yet there. You want to finish strong. You want to hold that #1 spot. So I think it's a big game for the Bravehearts, and obviously Nashua's trying to fight to get in the playoffs. So every game from now on matters, and this will be a big one.
As we mentioned before, Hearts are currently 31-11 on the season. Out of their 10 last games, they're 9-1 with a 2-game winning streak, hoping to take a major one here. As in their last game, they won 17-6 over the Westfield Starfires, and they're hoping to continue that momentum here against Nashua. On the other end for Nashua, Nashua currently 22-21, third within the Futures League, 5-5 in their last 10 games, coming off a 2-game losing streak. They lost 3-1 in Nashua to the Lake Monsters, a tough loss to number 2. We'll see how they do against number 1 today. The starting pitcher for the Worcester Bravehearts, Jake LaFrancois, brought to you by Workers Credit Union. LaFrancois, the righty, he's 4-0 on the season with 4 wins with an ERA of 3.37. He's pitched 26 2/3, and he's got 26 strikeouts on the season. Quite the arm.
Well, the thing that jumps out at you right away just looking at the numbers is he doesn't walk a lot of guys. And anytime you put the ball in play, let the guys play behind you and throw strikes, you're going to have success. So looking forward to watching what he's all about tonight as he takes his warm-up pitches right here.
And 26 strikeouts with almost 26 innings pitched. That's basically a strikeout an inning from him. So we'll see what he's got in store for the Nashua Silver Knights, especially with Ernie Little coming up to bat at first. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to NESN as the FCBL is taking place right here, right now. The FCBL, 6 teams across New England, from Vermont all the way down to Connecticut. 52-game regular season from May 28th to August 9th. Games tied after 10 innings are decided in a home run derby, similar to, ironically,
we just saw that
the recent All-Star game. And at least 10 players in each team's roster must be from New England school or New England native.
Well, that's a nice rule to have in place because it gives a place for all these New England kids who something. Summer baseball is hard to find places. Coaches struggle to find places to place them, and you've got so many Division III schools in New England, and I like that rule a lot because it's an opportunity for kids to play in the summer.
And not to mention, it shows off a lot of talent from these Division III schools, showing that they can hang with the Division I guys, showing off that, just because of the school they're at doesn't mean they're less talented.
Players come from all over, Jason.
Exactly. Now batting Ernie Little for the Nashua Silver Knights. First pitch up high. 1-0 start in favor of Nashua and Ernie Little. Little out of Fordham Melrose, Massachusetts. As next pitch gets called strike. 1-1 count. Francois setting and deals. Swings on that one, and that one's going to be a base hit for sure. As Woodward gobbles that one up in center field and sends it over to second. Now looking at the defense for Worcester, brought to you by Emily's Interiors. From left to right, Evan O'Rourke, Caleb Woodward, and Evan Cowley. Third to first, Will Kramer, Ryan LeClaire, Casey Wensley, and Jackson Marshall. Obviously pitching Jake LaFrancois and catching Wyatt Hoffman.
A good piece of hitting right there by Little. You got a hanging breaking ball. He shot it right through the middle. Stay through the middle of the field. You're going to hit the ball hard and have a good at bat.
Patrick Shrake right there showing bunt there for a second and pulling away just at the right time for the 1-0 count in his favor. Deals again. Strike one right there, tied one apiece.
Not sure if he got the bunt sign from the manager at this point too early in the game. I think they're just trying to see what LaFrancois is going to be able to do in the count.
Nashua deals with getting guys on bags and always trying to get something in motion.
Got
That's
a good
what they're
lead.
known for. That one way outside. 2-1 count now.
Well, he's in a hitter's count. They could do a lot of things here. They can hit and run. They can run and hit. See if they're going to stick with the bunt here.
Francois fighting his pitch from Hoffman. Checks on first for Little. Francois setting and deals. That one swung on, going into right field. And that one's going to go foul.
Yeah, I tried to put him away right there with a breaking ball up in the zone. He's got to tighten his breaking ball up a little early here. Looks like he's scuffling to get it over for strikes.
Shrake now with the 2-2 count. A lot he can do here. We'll see how he deals with LaFrancois. LaFrancois so far with one hit against him from Little. Sets and deals. Swung on. Just goes foul past Jackson Marshall.
Went right back to the breaking ball. It's up in the zone a little bit. I'd like to see him be able to bury this breaking ball. I think he's got a chance of putting the hitter away. Anytime you leave a breaking ball up in the zone, not a lot of good things happen.
And LaFrancois, one of the great pitchers within the Futures League. An all-star, as a matter of fact. He's got quite the repertoire when it comes to his pitching count. Deals. Swung on. That one's bound to be a grounder. Unless Ryan LeClaire gets a piece of that one. Can't get there in time.
Yeah, just, the old saying, hit it where they ain't. And there's exactly what happened. And it goes back to the All-Star game. Stephen Kwan in the bottom of the ninth, top of the ninth, just put the ball in play, tied the game for the American League, and that's the same situation right there. Goes back to what we've always talked about in baseball. Make contact and good things will happen, and that's a situation where there was no play for the shortstop, and now they got first and second, something going on.
Exactly. Always trying to make contact with the ball. That's mostly what Nashua is known for within the FCBL. And we'll see what Matt Jackson's got in store here. Francois deals that one outside for 1-0. Jackson studying out of Stony Brook, originally from Staten Island, New York. Hoping to keep things moving and grooving. Next one called strike. LaFrancois dealing 1-1s.
That was a better pitch right there. He finished it out front, got it to break on the inner half of the back knee, which is where you want to bury a slider on a left-handed hitter.
LaFrancois checking second on Little. Little with a lot of speed. Deals. Swing and a miss. One-two count now.
Nice location on that breaking ball. The shortstop is really giving up the hole, the 5-6 hole there. So anything to the left side is going to be a base hit. Really hugging the middle of the field.
That one swung on, and you were just right there, JP, as that one's going into left field. O'Rourke's going to line that one up. And now a bases loaded opportunity for Jake Hardy.
Yeah, really good piece of hitting right there. He gets a breaking ball on the outer half. That's 2 out of 3 breaking balls that have been put in play that have come back to haunt him a little bit with base hits. Good job by the third base coach there. There's no reason to send the runner. You got nobody out. You don't want to force the issue there, but been a couple of good pieces of hitting so far for Nashua.
And that's right. Back-to-back-to-back hitters. Still no outs in this one as we're now down to our 4th batter for Nashua, Jake Hardy. As LaFrancois sets now and deals. Swung on right there, but no contact.
Yeah, I got him to bite on a high breaking ball. You know, all LaFrancois is looking for right now is a ground ball. They'll give up a run to turn 2 and make it a shorter inning. So contact is not a bad thing for him right here as long as the ball's put in play where they can make a play behind him.
That one swung on, sailing into right field. Callie's going to gobble that one up, but a runner might tag, and no. The runners stand tall as Ernie Little doesn't extend and tag.
Well, great job by LaFrancois there. You know, he pulled his neck, came back and got an out. No advancement. You're not going to send the runner there. The ball's too short. They're trying to play for a big inning. So nice job by Jake. If he can get a ground ball here, he's out of the inning and there's very, very little damage.
Ernie Little at third, making the right decision. Evan Callie with quite the arm from the outfield. He knows that he could get hosed right there. He's heading it over to the catcher in time. Now batting Joey Curran out of Goldie Beacom College.
I got to look up Goldie Beacom College. I've never heard of that, and I've heard of a lot of them and been to a lot of them.
First pitch 1-0. A lot of colleges you get to see across the board, especially within the Futures League, that you know you're not really too much aware of, and then you find out that they have all these hidden talents, especially just like Joey Curran here, who today he's playing the designated hitter spot. He's usually one of the catchers. Well,
I have to tell you, someone who spent 45 years in baseball and been a lot of places scouting, I have never heard of that school. So I'm going to have to do some research on it.
That one swung on, going foul back.
Had good fastball right there. He just challenged the hitter. At some point, you know, the bases are loaded. You don't want to give in to the hitter. And you got to challenge him at some point, and he did right there, so that was a good fastball.
Little on third, Shrake on second, and Jackson on first. A whole lot of opportunity for Joey Curran. See how he does here. LaFrancois deals again. That one way inside. 2-1 count with one away.
Little up in the zone right there.
Curran stepping out of the box for a moment, and LaFrancois checking around the bases. And a lot of pressure tonight, especially being the first of 4 games here on NESN. Francois deals. That one swung on pop fly and way high.
Well, what I like about Jake is he's challenging the hitters right now. The downside of this is he's thrown a lot of pitches this inning already. I'm sure they're trying to get a little deep with him, but this may limit how deep they can get with him. But he's still 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning.
Francois so far with 20 pitches. Setting and deals the 2-2. Outside, full count now for Joey Curran.
No, he went to his breaking ball again. I think he feels more confident in that pitch right now. I'm a little concerned about the third baseman being in on the grass with a 2-strike count. I'd like to see him back up a little bit and be able to go around the horn or go home, have the option. It's kind of in no man's land on the grass there. If this guy hooks a ball down there, I think it's in trouble.
Francois deals that one up high and walks in a runner. As Nashua takes the lead early here at the top of the first here at Fitton. Joey Curran working the walk.
Well, you got to score to win anyway. Bravehearts know that, so 1 run isn't really bad, but you got to be able to put a tourniquet in this thing and get out of it right here, make a pitch.
Now batting Dave York out of Sacred Heart, originally from Tom Rivers, New Jersey.
Good Little League baseball in Toms River, New Jersey.
We'll see what York has in store here against LaFrancois. That one's inside, 1-0.
He's just scuffling. He can't find a pitch that he could throw for strikes right now.
Francois, obviously, with his back against the wall right now. 1-0 count, not in his favor with one away. 1-1 count now.
Yeah, that was one of the best fastballs he's thrown in this first inning. He got extension on it and got it to glove side.
Shrake on third, Jackson on second, Curran on first. York with an opportunity to get another one on the board for the Silver Knights. Francois deals. That one fouled off towards the ticketing booth here at Fitton.
Yeah, good breaking ball there. I personally am not a fan of corners in with the bases loaded and less than 2 outs. I think if you play back a little bit, you got more of a chance to go around the horn. Obviously, it comes down to manager's discretion, but I think when you play in, you kind of give up the depth of the infield, and a lot of balls that hit that hard can get by you.
And we'll see what Joseph Zork has got here right now as he deals.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Foul ball. Caught a break.
Ball. Just went a little bit off that one. The 1-2 count still stands with one away.
Yeah, caught a little bit of a break there.
Zork hoping to put a ball in play here. As you mentioned before, left side of the field a little wide open over there with Leclerc giving too much space possibly, as that one's going to ground towards first baseline.
No. Thank God that went foul, because if that went down the line, that was going to be trouble. Well, LaFrancois is still one pitch away. I'd like to see him elevate a fastball here. I think in this situation, the hit is a little aggressive. I think we can get him to go outside the zone on a fastball up.
Let's see what Hoffman requests out of him with the 1-2 count and setting and dealing. That one swung on straight down the middle. Wensley picks that up, sends it over to Leclerc, straight over to Marshall for a quick double play.
Nice job.
4-6-3 to end the inning. We'll be back here at the bottom of the first. We're back here on NESN for Futures League Baseball as the Nashua Silver Knights take on the Worcester Bravehearts. And the starting lineup for the Bravehearts is Caleb Woodward, Evan O'Rourke, Casey Wensley, Jackson Marshall, Jalen Sepulveda, Wyatt Hoffman, Evan Cowley, and Ryan Leclerc and Will Kramer. JP, we got a huge lineup for the Bravehearts. 8 All-Stars out of 9.
Jeez, they're better than the Dodgers. I'll tell you what, great job by LaFrancois there. You know, he struggled through the first inning, but he came up with a big pitch when he needed to make it, limited the damage, and gives his team a chance to come back.
Now let's take a look at the guy on the mound right now, Brennan Rumpf out of Nashua. He's 2-1 on the season with a 1.36 ERA. He's got a save on the season as well as 26 Ks within 26 1/3 innings pitched. Quite the outing for him out of the College of UMaine.
Well, another guy who doesn't walk a lot of guys. It's amazing when that happens.
First pitch right there, outside, 1-0 count for Caleb Woodward. Woodward out of Trinity, Texas from San Pedro, California. He's one of those guys that you definitely want in the batter's box. That one goes down low, 1-2-0.
Well, you'd like to see your leadoff hitter see a lot of pitches, especially after your starting pitcher had a deep first inning. You want to give him a chance to catch his breath. It's a hot, hot night, so let him catch his breath a little bit and be able to recoup.
That one swung on foul down third baseline. 2-1 count. Woodward this season batting .330 out of his 97 at-bats. Able to get things done today in the leadoff position for the Bravehearts. Rumpf smacks that one over to short. Send over first just in time. Now let's take a look at the Nashua Silver Knights defense. Going from left to right, you have Matt Jackson alongside Cole Patterson and Jake Hardy. And then from third to first, you have Joseph Zork, Joseph, Patrick Shrake, Ernie Little alongside Dave York, and then catching is the one and only Will Burns.
There's a good breaking ball right there by Rump. You know, the guy's got the toughest job right now is whoever's playing first base on either side, because that sun is very hard to pick up the ball on the left side of the infield, and be something to keep an eye on early in the game.
0-1 with one away. Deals in there for strike two. 0-2 against Evan O'Rourke.
There you go. There you see it. And that's what the first baseman's got to look at coming right in his eye. Not an easy thing to have to deal with early in the game.
This bright sun's going to definitely play some motion here. So that one's outside. 1-2.
I like how Rumpf gets the ball and throws the ball. There's not a lot of wasted time in between. He gets his sign, he gets going, he moves, and you can tell when the guy only walks two guys in 26 innings, he's always around the strike zone. I've always thought it was important for the pitcher to dictate, not the hitter, and he's doing a good job of that.
Rumpf dealing.
Ooh, nice take.
Just inside. 2-2 with one away. Evan O'Rourke up at bat, the Salve Regina Seahawk. Part of a Division III school here in Massachusetts out of Rhode Island. And let me tell you, Salve Regina quite the ball team as they were able to win Division III last year. As he swings and misses on that one on the strikeout.
Yeah, it's a good breaking ball right there. It's a little bit of a backup breaking ball in the inner half and ties O'Rourke up. He can't even get his hands extended on that. You'll see it right here. Kind of freezes him. See how he locks him up right there. Nice pitch.
And straight into the catcher's mitt right there.
Well, he's being very efficient.
Now batting Casey Wensley, number 2, the only non-all-star on this squad. He came in a little later in the season. He's playing second base today. Rumpf sends that one outside. 1-0 count to start. Rumpf setting on the mound and delivers. Wensley gets a piece of that one, going over the shortstop, and he's going to go in for a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there on a fastball in the upper outer half. Keeps his hands above the ball. Nice swing. You know, and if you're going back to the dugout as a Bravehearts hitter, the one thing you should be telling the guys coming up behind you is, listen, this guy works fast and he throws strikes, so be aggressive early in the count. Nice piece of hitting there by the Bryant Bulldog.
Now coming up, Jackson Marshall, the 6'8", 260 big dog from UConn. Rumpf sends that one outside, 1-0.
Yeah, this is a big man.
First baseman for the Bravehearts squad. He's tied for home runs in the league with 8. Rumpf deals. That one just chipping the outside part of the zone. 1-1.
Yeah, not a ball you really want to offer at early in the count. It's on the outer half. He's looking something middle in, something he can drive.
Rumpf setting now. Finds his pitch and deals. Runner on the move.
Foul ball.
That one sent foul.
That hurts.
And that one just foul right there. Wensley with a lot of movement on there.
Yeah, he was running on the pitch.
One-two count with 2 away. See how Marshall handles this one. Deals that one way outside.
You know, if I get a guy with 8 home runs at the plate and he's my power guy, I'd hate to be running in front of him and take that runner off the bases. I'd give this guy a chance to swing the bat, make this a 2-1 game.
See what Rumpf here has at the 2-2 and delivers.
Obviously 3-2 makes it a whole different ball game. You are running on the pitch here.
Marshall this season, one of the main leaders within batting averages for the league. He's batting .316 out of his 136 at-bats. 13 doubles.
That's a good swing right there, and it's a good pitch, too.
That one's surely going over the parking garage as He's got that power at the plate that you want, especially to drive a runner in to make this one interesting.
Well, he can find a gap with once he's running, he's got a chance to score a run here.
Rumpf setting on the mound and delivers the full count. That one swung on and blasted into right field to get gobbled up by Hardy. And that about does it for the first inning as we now head to the top of the second. We'll be back in just a few.
Leading off for the Silver Knights, the catcher from Colby College.
Welcome back to Worcester, Massachusetts, as we are here for the Futures League broadcast as the Nashua Silver Knights are here in Worcester at Fitton Field. Now batting for the Nashua Silver Knights, Will Burns, facing off against Jake LaFrancois. Ready deals. That one swung on, sent into shallow center. Woodward Hunter that one, and he's got it. Top to center to start.
Well, that's how you want to start the second inning after you struggled in the first inning, throwing a lot of pitches. You want to come out and have as efficient inning as possible, and it's nice when you attack the hitters and they get a quick out for you.
Nashua leading 1-0 at the start of this one. Got the lead early as we now head further into this ball game. Dave York up at bat out of Sacred Heart, originally from Toms River, New Jersey. We'll see what he's got in store. Righty on righty. Just got the bottom part of the zone. 0-1 to start with one away. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to NESN. My name's Jason Wilson. Alongside me is JP Ricciardi. Francois sends that one just a bit up high, 1-1.
You know, starting pitchers in general, they're a different breed, and you never know how they feel coming out of the bullpen in their warm-ups. Some guys have lousy warm-ups and have great first innings, and some guys have great first innings and great warm-ups and just don't have it. And I think LaFrancois just struggled through the first inning, but he's come back and he's settled in very nicely here.
Francois, last game he played was July 10th. He pitched in 4 innings, got 4 strikeouts, 1 hit against him, no runs, and 2 walks in a victory against the New Britain Bees, 12-4. We'll see how he does against Nashua right here, as he gets the strikeout against Dave York.
Nice breaking ball, freezes him up in the zone. You know, if you can locate a high breaking ball above a hitter's hands, as you'll see right here, you watch this replay right here. The breaking ball's up in the zone, but it's above his hands. It's a hard pitch because most hitters are approaching a breaking ball with more of an upward swing, so it works in the pitcher's favor. The key is locating it.
Now batting Cole Patterson out of America International College from Wichita, Mass. He smacks that one into left. O'Rourke settling under that one, and he's got that one lined up for sure.
Nice inning, nice bounce back inning by Jake.
And that'll end the top of the second as we now head to the bottom of the second in just a few. We'll be back here for Futures League action. We're back here in Worcester as Nashua gets a scoreless inning at the top of the second, and now we head to the bottom of the second to see if the Bravehearts got something in store after a major outing from Jake LaFrancois. Back on the mound, Brennan Rumpf. Batting now, a batter with personality, Jalen Sepulveda. Originally in the Home Run Derby contest, out of Western Oklahoma, originally from the Bronx, New York. Sepulveda, a pitching and a hitter as well for the Bravehearts. 1-1 count in favor of Rumpf. That one smacked right down the middle, but Little's got that one lined up just in time. 4-3 to start.
Breaking ball, just caught off the end of the bat. It's one as you hit it, you're hoping it gets through, but he just didn't have enough oomph on it. Caught too much of the end of the bat. Might even broke his bat on that swing, but nice play by Little on a backhand, sets his feet, routine play.
You saw a little motion from Sepulveda giving it to the new batter and Wyatt Hoffman about the pitching pattern of Rumpf, probably giving the best idea of what's to come. That first pitch just a bit outside, 1-0.
Well, it's not real hard to figure out. He's around the plate on everything, so you should be aggressive as early in the count. You know you're going to get something to hit. Not going to be a guy who's going to get deep in counts on you.
Rumpf setting and deals. That one swung on, sent into right field, heading foul. And just goes into the kid zone here in Fitton Field.
Well, you watch the flag down the right field line. The wind's pushing the ball that way, so that helped him out a little bit.
The batter, Wyatt Hoffman. The catcher for the Worcester Bravehearts, originally from Berlin, New Jersey, studying out of Carson Newman. This season batting .293. He's an all-star for the Bravehearts, one of the 8 within this lineup. Rumpf finding his pitch from Burns. Sets now and deals the 1-1. Hoffman gets a piece of that one, strolling down the middle. Schrake got that one too. And the 6-3 for the second out of the inning.
That's a really nice play by the shortstop. He had to go a long way. He was playing in the hole. He gets a breaking ball from Hoffman, hits a breaking ball off the end of the bat. You'll see it here, another thing, and he's going that way out of the box. So shortstop goes a long way to his left, really sets his feet and releases the ball quick. That's a really nice play. Boy, when you're pitching and you got guys playing behind you like this, you got to be pretty excited. And you also are not afraid to put the ball and let them put the ball in play.
Rumpf sets and deals. That one up high, 1-0. Yeah, completely on the hustle by the shortstop and Schrake. Able to get there just in time, and it makes you just a little bit easier on the mound. Batting now, Evan Kelly out of Keene State, originally from Taunton, Mass. Rumpf deals the 1-0.
Oh, little hesitation on that one.
That one just going a little bit down low, but just inside the zone in time. 1-1 with 2 away.
A little Leslie Nielsen out of the umpire there.
Rumpf setting now and deals. That one goes outside for the 2-1 with 2 away.
I really like Rump's tempo on the mound. This is exactly what you want to see. You get the ball, get your sign, and go.
Rumpf finding his pitch from Burns. Sets and deals to Callie. Way up high, 3-1 count now.
Yeah, fastball just got away from there. Good hitters count here.
For those just tuning in, welcome to Futures League Baseball as the Nashua Silver Knights face off against the Worcester Bravehearts here on NESN. My name is Jason Wilson. Alongside me is JP Ricciardi, bringing you all the action here at Fitton Field. As Rumpf sets for the 3-1 and deals.
Yeah, good at bat by Callie.
Callie now prancing his way over to first, setting up Ryan Leclerc, the shortstop, with a major opportunity to possibly get some advancements on the board.
That's the first hitter Rump's faced that he really didn't control the ball real well. It was actually not a lot of pitches that Callie would even have a chance to offer at. So hit a ball in the gap here. We got a tie game.
Leclerc out of Stonehill College, originally from Foxborough, Mass. As Callie gets the lead, makes his way to second. And Callie extends the second off that pitch.
Yeah, he gets a good pitch. Well, actually, the catcher drops the ball, so I think that would have been a little closer if the catcher caught the ball because it was a great pitch to throw on. But, you got a little bit of an advantage there. Take advantage of it and see if you can make it hurt here.
Now Callie in scoring position. Leclerc with a 1-0 count with 2 away. Bravehearts hoping to get something late in this inning. That one swung on, going foul right. And a 1-1 count now.
One thing I noticed about the outfield here, the grass is really thick. So anything out to the outfield is going to have to really charge the ball hard because the ball's going to die unless it's really, really smoked. But a ground ball or a soft line drive is going to be an easy position to score a run.
Ready deals, swing and a miss.
Very good slider right there. Excellent extension on it, finished it on the other side. Well, let's see what kind of two-strike approach Leclerc has. His job now is just fight. Fight, put the ball in play, and see if you can make something happen.
Leclerc batting .339 this season. We'll see what he does here with Callie in scoring position at second. Rumpf sets, Checking on second for Cali. Delivers to Leclerc. Just outside.
Well, you knew he was going to come back with a breaking ball. The count was in his favor. I think he's still going to throw a breaking ball here.
And the one major thing for Rumpf right now, he's got the pitching battle down. He's only had 33 pitches in comparison to LaFrancois. So he's dealing efficiently. But now against Leclerc, 2-2, we'll see what he has to do here. Swung on, and that one's going to be a base hit to left field, maybe even more. As Cali runs into home, and Leclerc extends his way over to second for an RBI double.
Yeah, he gets a fastball up in the zone. I'm surprised he went with the fastball because he had a base open and he made him look sick on a slider earlier. But obviously he felt comfortable with the fastball, challenged him. Good jump by the runner on second. It's just a fastball up in the zone. Stays through it really well, hits it great. Just like that, the stolen base shows up and you got a tie game. And you just exchange places with the runner.
And this is something the Bravehearts are mostly known for. You know, they can be down at the top of the first, and now heading into the second, they learn, they live, and they figure out what they want to do and their next at bat.
Well, it's a long game. You know, you don't win or lose the game in the first inning.
That one up by 1-0 for Will Kramer. Kramer out of Pepperdine, originally from New Hope, Pennsylvania.
You ever been to Pepperdine University, Jason?
Not personally, you?
About 20 times. It may be the prettiest baseball view in all of college baseball. You look out on the field, and you look from the field right out to the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't understand. If someone takes a visit to Pepperdine and they don't go there, I'm shocked. What's even more amazing is there's a Little League field on the bottom of this, across the street, and they get a better view of the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, pretty campus.
Sounds like quite the view. Definitely going to have to take a visit after that conversation, for sure.
Well, it's right near Santa Monica. Not a bad place to go. Here comes Jake the Lion. He's had a long run, Jake.
Especially in the recent weather of the 90s here in Worcester and across Massachusetts within New England. It's got to be hot. As that one bangs into right field. And the runner's coming in. Leclerc extending his way over to home. And he couldn't get there in time as he gets punched out. And we now head to the top of the third. A tough one right there to end that one off. We'll be back here for Futures League action here on NESN. And we're back here in Worcester, tuning in to Futures League action as the Nashua Silver Knights face off against the Worcester Bravehearts. We're going back to this play right here.
Yeah, I think it's a great play by the right fielder, good throw, but I think if the runner slides, and you get a better view here, I think if he slides, he's safe. Him staying up allowed him to tag him. Nice play by the catcher.
Will Kramer made a major hit right there, but unfortunately for Leclerc, not the right move. Could have slid in right there, according to JP, and we're back to some Futures League action as the Nashua Silver Knights are back up.
Well, that just gave me a flashback. When I was with the A's, we lost a big game in the playoffs because Jason Giambi didn't slide, and Derek Jeter made a great play coming over to the first base line. So that just reminded me of that play. Slide, you got a better chance.
Now looking back into this offense by the Nashua Silver Knights. 2-0 count now as we're back to the top of the lineup with Ernie Little. LaFrancois still on the mound here. We'll see what he's got in store. As Little gets a piece of that one, just goes foul.
Well, Little had a good at-bat first start of the game, hit a breaking ball up the middle for a base hit, and he's in a hitter's count again here.
Francois finding his pitch from Hoffman, sets and deals now.
Self-defense right there. That ball was riding in on him. It was either be hit or swing.
And he definitely swung on that one. 2-2 count for the leadoff and Ernie Little. Little hoping to try to make the most of his new plate appearance batting .405 this season. Swings on that one, going down the middle. Shortstop and Leclerc picks that one up, sends it over to Marshall just in time for the 6-3.
Yeah, another nice play by the shortstop. Breaking ball, little hits up the middle hard, but nice range by Leclerc. Got a good break on the ball right away. Goes glove side, catches it, catches and throws on the run. Nice play. Glove, hand transfer, excellent. Plenty of time. Little's hit 2 balls hard already.
The shortstop and Ryan Leclerc, quite the athlete. He makes a lot of major plays here for the Bravehearts over the course of this season. He's got a vertical too. I've seen him make some major liners to him in double plays. LaFrancois sets and deals. Swung on, but goes foul.
Well, if you want to play shortstop, you got to be able to cover some ground.
Schrag back up in this one. Singled in the first and extended to third. We'll see how he does here, the Chicago, Illinois native. Ready deals. That one down the middle. Leclerc on his horses. Gets to Marshall just in time again for the 6-3.
That was shortstop on shortstop crime right there. Nice play. He's got really good hands, and he gets rid of the ball very quick, which is not an easy thing to do on the run. That's two heck of a plays right there. This ball's, again, hit off the end of the bat, just enough to get by the pitcher, but he cuts the angle off, in and out of his glove real quick.
If there's something you're going to see when you come to Worcester Bravehearts game, it's going to be a Ryan Leclerc defensive inning every single time, as he's just got the motion when it comes to the shortstop position.
And there's a nice breaking ball by LaFrancois right there. He settled in nicely. I think after he got through the first inning, second inning was better, and this inning's been even better than the other two.
Now batting Matt Jackson. Singled in the first. We'll see how he does in his second at bat here.
Yeah, his breaking ball's a lot crisper right now. He's finishing his breaking ball. He's getting it on the outer half of the plate, inner half of the plate. He's got better spin on it, just a better release point and a better finish to his breaking ball.
You mentioned just an inning ago that there's plenty of time to adjust, especially within 9 innings. LaFrancois deals that one down low and outside.
Yeah, that's just a show-me fastball on the outer half of the plate. I think he's going to come back with something on the. I think he's going to break a breaking ball in the inner half right here. That would be the way he set up the hitter. So let's see what he goes with.
And LaFrancois finding his pitch from Hoffman. Sets now and deals the 1-2. Swung on, just got a piece of that one.
Yeah, he went back to the breaking ball, missed on location though. He buries a breaking ball off the back foot on the left hand. It's a tough pitch for them to hit. But he can do anything he wants now. The count's in his favor. He's got the hitter where he wants him, and just what his comfort level is to throw the pitch right here.
Francois setting the 1-2 and deals. And he went. The 1-2 taken away and a strikeout to end the inning for Jake LaFrancois. As we now head to the bottom of the third. We'll be back in just a few for Futures League action here on NESN. And we're back here in Worcester as the Worcester Bravehearts tied it up last inning at the bottom of the second, and now we're heading to the bottom of the third. First season back in 2014, manager Luke Beckstein in his first season, ballpark of Hanover Insurance Park here at Fitton Field. Team colors of the green and navy. The Bravehearts have won 4 Futures League championships back in 2014, 15, 18, and 19. The name Bravehearts honors men and women across Massachusetts.
Well, it's a great organization. It's been a big part of the Worcester community for a lot of years. I was fortunate 2 of my sons played here a long time. They were both on championship teams, and they both made all-star teams in this league. But it's been great. I'm happy to see. Stay fair. Get down. Atta, babe.
As Woodward's able to send that one to deep left and make his way over to second for a leadoff double.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting right there. Nothing prettier than a lefty going the other way. Nice leadoff double. And like I was saying earlier, the Vaccaro family, the owners of the Bravehearts, they're great people. They run a first-class organization. They're very giving not only to the Bravehearts but the Worcester community. And I'm happy to see that they picked it up from the Creedon family and have continued to keep amateur baseball here and give guys opportunities to play. And they do a first-class job, and it's nice to see them have a winning product on the field this year.
Work now up at bat, coming off the strikeout in the first inning as he smacks that one over. Third baseman unable to get that one up in time. Zork couldn't get a hand on that one.
That ball was hit pretty hard. You know, O'Rourke's job there is to hit the ball to the right side, get the run to third, but he got a hanging pitch and he pulled it. Tough ball. It gets on you fast at third base.
And O'Rourke gets the single right there, according to the scores. Woodward on second, O'Rourke on first, setting up Casey Wensley with a huge opportunity to get things rolling for the Bravehearts.
Well, one thing we mentioned earlier, Jason, if you remember, is we said to be aggressive on Rump early in the count, and the Bravehearts are coming out here, passing the word through the dugout, be aggressive early in the count, and they're doing it.
Rumpf deals. That one just inside the zone, 0-1.
Yeah, nice two-seamer right there on the outer half. Not a ball he wants to swing at. Not much you can do damage with there, so. Got a nice base hit first time up.
Wensley with a single in the first. He's one of the leaders in batting average for the Bravehearts, batting .526 in his 38 at-bats. Pitcher deals that one. Just got a piece of it, 0-2.
Pitcher's pitch right there.
As the cha-cha slide inning happens here in Worcester. As you can see on top of the Bravehearts dugout, GM Donnie Fricano on there doing the cha-cha slide alongside the Bravehearts staff. And goes just outside, 1-2.
Well, you want to have fun when you come to the ballpark, and it's nice that they provide that type of opportunity and entertainment here.
And you can see Donnie with the broken seat, something Fitton Field's mostly known for here, as seats are breaking left and right every now and then. It's a great time here. Wensley gets a piece of that one
good
on the
swing by
1-2.
Wensley there, keep the at-bat alive. Now, one thing about the summer baseball, guys don't really chalk up a lot of innings, so I'm not sure how many innings Rump is going to go tonight. And you want to keep these guys healthy and fresh and let them work on stuff, but you don't want to grind them out so their summer slows them down going into their fall.
1-2 up high, wild pitch. Extending the runners, both at base. Woodward to third and O'Rourke to second. 2-2 count now for Wensley.
I just saw Tim Cummins, New England scout for the Kansas City Royals, out in the stands. So, you know, once again, it's a league that provides opportunity. You never know who's watching.
You know, speaking of the draft, the highest Futures League draft recently happened for, funny enough, a former Nashua Silver Knight and Brenton Doyle. He went 5th to the St. Louis Cardinals. A pitcher for them. We'll see how he does over there when he gets into play in the minors.
Yeah, there's been some really good players that come out of this league. Ben Rice, Savali, Harris just here in Worcester. Several kids have been drafted and played in the minor leagues. So it's a really good league for people out there who are looking for entertainment. All of these teams provide great entertainment, and you get to see a lot of really good players. It's good baseball.
Wensley swings right there on the full count. Just a bit up high there.
You know, you're only in the third inning here, and I'm looking at the Nashua infield, and the right side is first baseman's in, the second baseman's kind of halfway, shortstop's halfway. A little too early for me to be giving up that secondary run.
Ready, sets, and deals. Wensley gets a piece of that one. That one going in the shallow center. Patterson able to get that one in time. Woodward tagging, gets his way over. Gonna get the double play, and they do. Able to get one, but with giving up two.
Well, it's a good at-bat by Wensley. He does his job, scores the runner from third, but a poor decision to go from second to third there. It plays right in front of you. The catcher makes a really good play. He knows he has no play at the plate. He comes up and then realizes that the trail runner's trying to advance. He does a really good job. Catcher's done a really good job today on a couple of plays. A nice tag play at the plate and a heads-up play there to cut the runner down. And so instead of it being a big inning, it ends up being an inning where you might be able to hold in one run. I'm sorry.
Will Burns able to make the most out of that play right there, as you say, is he was able to check it over to third just in time.
Yeah.
And make a double play out of that putout.
Manager came out, but I got no idea what he'd be asking the home plate umpire.
Possibly about a play at third, but
Well, there's no replay in the league, so you know you can argue it all you want, but he's out. Those are two big outs right there. Cuts down a big inning, and you got your big home run guy coming up. So That's a really good slider right there.
Marshall swings and misses on that one. 0-1 to start. Right there. Last time he popped out to right. Hoping to make the most out of his batting appearances. As I mentioned before, he's going to be in the home run derby this season. He's tied for home runs, along with Sean McMillan of the Vermont Lake Monsters with 8 apiece.
Well, if Rump is paying attention, he's not going to see a fastball in this at-bat. It's 2 breaking balls that he really buried on the outer half and got him to bite on. He doesn't even have to throw a strike here with a breaking ball, and he's on the defensive right now. Now's the time to attack if you're the pitcher.
Rump sets and deals to Marshall. Marshall just getting a piece of that one, but fouls off.
Well, he came back with a fastball. He tried to fake him out. He missed on location. He's lucky he got away with that.
And the 0-2 count with 2 away.
I got to believe if both the pitcher and the catcher are paying attention after that swing, they're going to come back with that slider on the outer half and try to see if they can get him to bite.
Rump deals. Gets a piece of it again. As the 0-2 count continues.
Yeah, he came back with a slider, but he didn't locate it as well as the first 2.
Marshall, the leader for the Bravehearts in RBIs, but not to mention second within the Futures League with 34 over the course of the 40 games he's played. He's been a phenomenal at-bat for them, batting .316. We'll see how he does here in his second at-bat. Goes up high. 1-2.
Well, Rump still got the count in his favor. He can do whatever he wants right here. I would believe at some point he's going to keep trying to bury that slider.
Rump setting himself on the mound and deals to Marshall. Marshall gets a piece of that one going into left, but just going high. So it looks like Patterson's got that one lined up. And that'll do it for the bottom of the third. We'll be back here for some more Futures League action just in a moment here on NESN.